It started as so many things nowadays do on Twitter. When I was casually scrolling and I saw this company called TSM, which was introducing their new AI app that makes Minecraft building so easy. You just type in a prompt. Oh. And I retweeted this because I had already seen this once before, a company making a quote-unquote app to make Minecraft builds. And I retweeted it, or I retweeted that post and was like, get mogged, and then I retweeted this post again, saying, second time doing this, get mogged, blah 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 blah, because I was fucking pissed. Because AI doesn't have any space in creative areas, and it never will. And they won't understand this. So I retweeted that, and because I retweeted that, they kept popping up on my Twitter. They would not leave my ass alone, okay? They wouldn't go anywhere. So I thought, okay, if this is what it's gonna be, then fine, I'll just fight fire with fire by retweeting some more. Because the first time that I saw them come back on my Twitter, I was just about to play Vintage Story with my girlfriend. And I was loading up the world, and I was scrolling Twitter while it was loading, and all of a sudden I just go, babe, hold on. I have something I have to do. Because on my second monitor, on my Twitter feed, I'm seeing this god-awful humiliation ritual-ass build of a treehouse. And I think this is fucking horrendous. This is so fucking ugly. I cannot believe anyone would post this. And I cannot believe that, like, an AI company would post this to promote their product. They consider this promotion. This is promotional material. No, this is shit from the ass. So, I had in the past made a treehouse build that I was really proud of. I liked it a lot. And it had a lot of similar aspects of like having these vines hanging from the side and stuff like that. So I thought, hold on, babe. My beautiful girlfriend, wait. I can't play Vintage Story right now. I have to go into my build world on Minecraft, and I have to take a screenshot of this treehouse, because I need to mog an AI company on Twitter. And so I retweet their tweet with my screenshot, and I say some bullshit, mean stuff about their builds, because they deserved it. And I mainly just like laughed about it, because it was stupid, right? It was fucking idiotic. And then I play Vintage Story with my girlfriend, and then a couple of days, I want to say, later, they show up again. And I'm getting tired at this point. I'm getting fucking exhausted. Because now they've made a whale. And if anyone has ever been to my Twitter, you will know that one of my proudest builds, one of my favorite builds of mine, is Orcus in the Forest. Which is just two orcas in a forest. Inspired by an absolutely wonderful artist who I can't quite remember right now. I'll pop some work on the screen. And I'm like, this cannot be real. You cannot do this to me. Like, you can't have a whale diving into the ocean on my Twitter timeline built by an AI. That's not gonna fly. So I retweet that as well, and I say, mid gets mogged again, or something like that, because at this point I'm furious and I'm fuming. And I'm so mad. And then I look through some of their other posts, and I see this post, and I'm like, okay, well, I've built this too! I've built this as well! So I get this idea of like, okay, what if I what if I work against this? What if I take some of their builds and I rebuild them in Minecraft how I would have built it if I got the prompt, and then I can like compare directly to what they did versus what I would do. And so that's what this video is. That's what I'm trying to do here. And I chose two builds. I chose this build, which is a gas station, and this build, which is a like planets fucking space station type thing. I'm not entirely certain what they were going for, but I thought, you know, okay concept, horrible execution, but I want to see if I can do it better. And so I tried, and I don't know, I guess it's up to you guys if I succeed or not. I'm not gonna lay claim to any of that. Yes, I am. Their builds are fucking horrendous, and I think a toddler given access to Legos could build something more cohesive than what they've done here. So that's mainly what this whole idea behind this video is me seeing what they've made, and trying it out for myself. when I look at AI builds, I see so many things that they do that they don't do, I should say. There's a lot of times where AI builds just can't recreate what a person would do. Things like banners or item frames or redstone or what else? Signs? Even signs. They don't use signs for some reason. They can't figure out how to, it's only blocks in their mind. And I wanted to kind of see like what that adds and how that works out if you really apply it. So for both of these builds, I'm going very heavy on, I even wanted and considered using display entities, but a lot of display entities with FreeCam mess up for me, and I can't really figure out why, and I don't really want to figure out why, so I just don't add them to any build where I'm planning on using FreeCam. Oh, not FreeCam. Fuck, it's not replay mod, it's... I'm a terrible, terrible person and I deserve to be killed. Flashback, there we go. I don't want to fight flashback over display entities, so I don't use them. But I use a lot of signs, I use a lot of banners, I use a lot of like chains and small details, and I use texturing to convey the feeling of a little bit of a rundown gas station, specifically. And in the solar system fucking planetary build thing, I use a lot of redstone, because these are things that AI can't use. It doesn't know how. It can't figure it out because it's a stupid machine. Right now I'm mainly just laying out a bunch of shapes, but you'll see as the video goes on that a lot of things are put into this build that I think are not only unique to humans, but unique to me as well. I think a lot of it comes from mainly my own building style and how I like to build. I don't know, I think there's something far too human about creating that machines should take it over. Because there's always going to be something that only you can do and only you can add, and if you take the cheap way out of generating whatever it is you want, you will never get to know what it is you're meant to add to this world, you know? And I get sentimental thinking about creation, because I am an art history nerd. I love art. I think it is one of the most important human aspects in the world. And I don't think we'd be anywhere near what we are today if we lost it. And we are losing it. We're losing what artists would be doing because the artists are just using fucking generative models to mimic others instead of finding their own unique voice, and I think that's really frustrating. And that's scary. I don't want to claim that I am the best builder, because I'm not. I mess up a lot, evidently. But I do think I'm learning. I genuinely think that every single day I improve. And I don't think you can learn nor improve if all you use is generative AI. I don't think you're gonna get anywhere in life if all you do is just type in a prompt and expect something else to do the work for you. If I commission an artist to draw something, I'm not drawing it, am I? And I've definitely not learned anything from the experience. So for AI artists to claim that they're artists is really fucking stupid to me, because you're just not, are you? There's nothing with soul in that. There would be, if you'd drawn it yourself, but there isn't. While I was making this build, a lot of time and attention was spent in VC with my friends. And while I built all of it alone, I often relied on them for commentary, thoughts, inspiration, ideas. At one point, when I was doing the redstone for the other build, I begged for help from both of them. Because they're really good technical Minecrafters, and I'm really, really, really not. I'm very bad with redstone, it is beyond me, and I cannot figure it out for the life of me. But they can, so I asked. And they were more than willing to help me because they're good people who love me and who love Minecraft and who want to do good things. If you just rely on a program to do things, you're never gonna get that. You won't get that connection, you won't get that help, and you won't get that learning possibility that people need to grow. I'm really grateful that I don't know how to do certain things, because it means I can rely on my friends. And I'm really grateful that my friends don't know how to do certain things, because it means they can rely on me. And I shudder to think at the idea of what would become of us if we didn't lean on each other. If all we had were this machine telling us what to do and what to think, I don't think we would ever form any real human connection with each other, because, I mean, we have a chatbot for that. If at the end of the day, all you do is take shortcuts, then you'll not learn. Look, my process might not be fast. I mean, I'll only be showing you the second build's finished results rather than the speed build because it took me 4 hours to build and would add another 20 minutes to this video, so I'm definitely not a fast builder, and it might be full of trial and error in the process, but I come out of every build learning every single day. Because of that, I am good at what I do, and if I am not, then one day I will become it. Meanwhile, you never will. At the end of the day, when you're elderly and forgetful, when you're tired and worn, and when your fingers become restless, you will reach for the creation AI once gave you. When you can barely remember your children, but the fact that you used to make things is sewn into your very being, you will start to reach for it and find that you do not remember how to. You used to be good at drawing. You'll mutter at anyone who will listen. You used to get praise and admiration for your paintings, not remembering that all you did was type in a prompt. You'll think if only your fingers weren't so damn clumsy, if only you could remember what they were supposed to do. You used to be so good, you see? Meanwhile, the actual creatives have it in their bone marrow to create. Well, someone down the hall knits a granddaughter a sweater, and when your neighbor in the next room over paints a postcard for their kids, and when someone sitting next to you is telling you a story that they have mused over for long sleepless nights, you will curse your fingers for something that they have never even done. For not being able to hold a brush. Because you never learned. This is what I made of the second build. And I would love to show you the speed build and talk about the process. But it took so long. I have the flashback recording, so I can absolutely make a video of it. I just think this video would go on for far too long if I allowed it in here. But I did want to show it off, because I'm very proud of it. And the redstone really translates well into video format, so I didn't want to just take a photo. Thank you for sticking around, and a very special thank you to my friends who helped me figure out how to make this build come true. I would be nowhere without them. I would be very far away from who I am as a person without Minecraft. And I would be much less creative without myself.